Coverage you can count on. This is KCBD News Channel 11 at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
The Lubbock Central Appraisal District is making up for lost time, realigning land values in some neighborhoods to better reflect the market. Now, while those spikes are hitting some property owners, property values are up across the board.
KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Crittenden joins us now with this year's trends. Brittany?
Well, Karen and Abner, the last 2 years I've reported on this, Lubbock County saw double-digit jumps in property values. While the increase this year is lower, the market is still hot.
You know, yeah, the market's up, but it's not up as much from what we can tell as it has been the last couple of years.
After back-to-back double-digit jumps, property values are cooling down some this year. The Lubbock Central Appraisal District reports the median home value in Lubbock County is up 7 to 8% from last year. One user on the Nextdoor app says he was given the impression property taxes were supposed to go down. Chief Appraiser Tim Radloff says while Senate Bill 2 increased the homestead exemption and compressed the school tax rate, players in the market decide appraisals.
You know, everyone saw a tax rate. However, when we appraise value, we appraise value based on the market that we observe at the time of our appraisal, which is January 1st of each year. And, you know, we try to report as accurately as we can what buyers and sellers are doing in the market.
Radloff notes new development is slowing down some. 600 to 700 fewer building permits were issued last year than in 2022. He says there's about 3 months of inventory of homes on the market. Interest rates are coming down, but not as fast as home buyers would like. Overall, he says the market continues to appreciate. This year, though, several homeowners are questioning why their land value went up.
Based on sales that we are able to capture is that typically the land value is valued somewhere between 15 and 20% of the overall property value.
Radloff says your property value has two components, improvements and land value. He says they try to allocate what they feel is a reasonable percentage to each.
So we've gone into these neighborhoods that we have seen low land values, and we are reallocating the land value and the building value. So typically when the land value goes up, you know, improvement values should come down a little bit.
A KCBD viewer asked us why it seems land values change after they leave the hands of a developer and enter the hands of a homeowner. Radloff says the state tax code allows special appraisals for builders who have a lot of inventory. Here in Lubbock, they get a discount of 30% off their lot's market value. Plus, if a developer builds a house on a lot and it doesn't sell, they get 20% off improvements as long as no one has ever lived in the home.
The developer and the builder, they're carrying that inventory in order to build homes, to get more people, you know, into home ownership. So they get that, you know, again, the legislature years and years ago established that statute where they allow the special appraisal, if you will, for the residential inventory for the builders that carry all those lots.
If you have other questions, Radloff encourages you to bring them to the appraisal district. He says the best expert on your property is you. Last year, about 18% of appraisals were protested.
I encourage everyone to protest. I mean, you know, it helps us to get our records more accurate, and I certainly, you know, would encourage them to do it.
You can protest informally at the appraisal district over the phone or online. If you've experienced some issues with the online protest system, Radloff says those should be fixed tomorrow. The deadline to protest informally is April 26th. Karen and Abner.
Thank you, Brittany.